when I started my fat loss phase all the way in and when I started my fat loss phase in December of 2022, that's when I discovered that hunger was gonna be something that's gonna be annoying me throughout this entire journey. But I, I accepted the hunger, and so, what I did? While in those, months of dieting and everything, I always felt I was like in a 24, dieting phase, which I really was, I really was for the first couple of months. And even though I was eating healthy and not going out as much, I was still, hungry. And I did make some progress, but not a lot, at least in the first like 3 months. And I was really hungry, and that's when I was like, maybe I should give in into my hunger more. And that's exactly what I did. But when I did that, that was the worst mistake I could have ever done in my life. Because, well, that's the whole point of, being in a fat loss phase. You're always going to feel hungry. And so, you know, I always found myself, in those months of fat loss phase, 2 years ago, like always hungry. And then I would like drop a few pounds. But then as soon as I started accepting the hunger, because I thought it was just a normal thing of like in life, like I thought it was just a normal thing of life, not because I was in a fat loss phase. I started, accepting all the food, and I started eating more calories, started eating late at night, going over my calorie limit, and I always found myself stuck at the same weight, if not even more. And, that's what led me to pretty much be stuck. But what did that make me realize? I was in a calorie deficit. Because, even though I was eating healthy and everything like that, I was in a calorie deficit, so I wasn't losing weight, wasn't losing fat, and it kept making me want to eat because I was hungry, right? And that's why I was always stuck at the same weight, if not even more, because of that one thing, hunger. So what I learned from this entire process, all this learning of hunger, being stuck, fulfilling my hunger versus not fulfilling my hunger, is that hunger is a normal thing of fat loss. And listen, a fat loss phase, it can be long, sometimes it takes a year. But at the same time, when you're dieting, you can make it sustainable. That's what I did for 2 years, and I made some progress, but not a lot. But when you decide to actually be in like a fat loss phase, like you're competing, you go 500 calories down for your maintenance, you start making real progress, bro. And when you start tracking your calories, you start, learning about oils and how every little small thing counts as a calorie. You're going to start making progress as soon as you start tracking it. And so, like I said, what I learned is just hunger is a normal thing of fat loss. And, if you want to learn how to suppress your hunger, it's really easy. You got diet sodas, you got water, you got protein, just eat as much as protein as you can while being in a calorie deficit. And walking, And I can break down each one of these for you. Diet sodas makes you feel full, ton of flavors, no calories, no sugar. Aspartame will not kill you. If you drink 6,000, no, you drink 356 cans of Diet Coke, yeah, it will. Or at least have some side effects, Water, same thing as this, just no calories, no side effects. Don't drink more than like 50, gallons a day, right? But, nobody drinks that much. Everybody averagely drinks like 2 liters a day. So, these two, really easy. Sparkling water, I forgot to mention that. Sparkling water, goated. Pretty much like diet soda, but without, the flavor. But it still feels more fulfilling. Then you got protein. Protein makes you feel more full. Don't really know how else to put it. Just still being in a calorie deficit when you eat your protein. That's why I always use whey protein scoops. Really help me a lot. And walking. When you walk, listen, I go on walks a lot, especially like every day to hit my 10,000 steps. I have a route that goes really high incline, and then when we come back, it's still like, it's like this much, but it feels like I'm walking normally, right? Walking, what it does is like it suppresses, one, you burn calories, right? Two, it suppresses your hunger because you're pretty much helping digestion work in your body. And so what I'm trying to say here is that walking, best thing. Walking will make you feel more full. It's bro science, and it's kind of hard to explain, but it makes you feel more full because one, it's not an intense cardio, and two, you're burning more calories. You're digesting the food you already ate. Amazing. World class, S tier, ranked, hunger suppressor. And that's pretty much all. If you want to know how to suppress your hunger even more while in a calorie deficit phase, before this video I posted a video similar to this video, but it's ways on how to control your hunger. If you want to watch that, you can watch it. That's pretty much all, bro. Take care and see you soon.